This is Learn the Burner. I'm Garrett,
And this is Neville.
and today we're talking about Halloween. So, one thing that's interesting about Halloween is like the films are all over the place. Like, if you look up a timeline of the Halloween movies, it's like multiple universes and like multiple different
Continuities.
continuities. There you go. Like, it's all over the place. So,
Yeah.
I want to get it straight. And I currently don't know the truth. I'm literally we're going to figure this out as we go.
All right.
So, have you seen any of the Halloween movies?
Seen the first one. Think I seen part 8. Watched 2 minutes of the Rob Zombie one. That's about it.
Okay.
I like the first one a lot. You know that fucking John Carpenter soundtrack.
Yes. Yes.
Typical soundtrack. That fucking that theme song. That I think I heard something about it. Like was like a drum percussion that they transferred over to the keyboard or something.
Wait, it was a what?
It's like a drum progression that they transferred over to like keys or something like, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's like bada bada da bada da bada bada da bada da, and like, well, you just do that on the keyboard and there you go.
It makes sense. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, like that's a interesting way to approach it.
That's cool. Okay. So I'm going to try to explain the continuity web or the graph. Okay. So you have Halloween, the first Halloween movie, 1978, which that's the first one. And it splits off immediately into two different continuity lines. So the first one is Halloween 2, 1981. Okay. And then I'm just going to say the one continuity line. So it goes Halloween 2, and then Halloween 5, The Revenge, or sorry.
Already fuck it up.
It's kind of confusing. Hold on. Okay. Halloween 1978, Halloween 2, 1981, and then it goes Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, 1988, then Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, 1989, and then Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, 1995. So that's one continuity chain. Here's the second continuity chain. Halloween, 1978, Halloween 2, 1981. So it's the same so far, but then it branches off. Halloween H20, 20 years later, 1998. And then Halloween Resurrection 2002.
I watched H20. I remember it.
H20, I've never even heard of it.
It's like it was a big craze where they like did like MTV ghost shows where like we're gonna go into the insane asylum and have you do a series of tasks for cash, and it's all like ghost related. They're like, all right, some woman killed herself right here with a rope, so we're gonna have you tie a rope around your neck and throw a center block off of the crane. I'm like, what? I'm like, isn't that gonna kill me? Like, the rope is 2 inches shy of ripping your skull clean off your shoulders. So, you pussy out, you're not gonna get $1,000. He's like, well, I'm just gonna see if it might rip my head off.
Man,
Yeah.
that's I've definitely never heard of that.
I I forget what MTV Go show it was, but those type of shows were all the rage. Like sit in this grave, this mass grave for 45 minutes alone. They're like literally
Oh.
like have like a bunch of other people like doing a bunch of stuff, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna check in with the guy, and he's been raped by a ghost." So that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, I think okay. I remember something where it was like a guy in a graveyard or something, and they're like had these hidden cameras.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I saw maybe just that one episode or something.
like go out to the gravestone and plop down the Ouija board. You know, I'm like, stop.
Oh man, Ouija boards. That's
Talk
funny.
shit about the ghost's mother in the murder room. This is burn people alive. Go in there and start a fire. Like don't why would you don't do it?
That's actual danger.
So basically H20 was an episode of that, except shit gets real when they do in the basement.
There's actually a murderer.
Yeah, like it's a copycat killer, or is it? Or is it a demon? Or is it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after age 20 is Halloween Resurrection 2002. So age 20 has a sequel.
That sounds familiar, but there was a bunch of like Freddy versus Jason stuff going on around that time, so it's hard to get your spoofy, scary movie straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Jason X and Halloween H2O and you know,
Jason Goes to
Jason in
Hell.
space. No, yeah, Jason X was Jason in space. And I think that was like literally 2000.
Ah,
So,
yeah. I don't know. I don't remember this. I've seen random ones.
didn't we do a Friday the 13th episode? Or
Yeah, that'd be cool. We didn't.
I swear to God, we did, bro. I'm pretty sure we talked about Jason X on some
Hmm,
episode.
maybe. We didn't do
Leave a
an
comment
episode.
below.
Yeah.
All
Leave a comment on Spotify below. Yes. So that was the second timeline. And here's a third timeline. So you have the first Halloween. So that's the same still. Halloween's 1978. Then it branches off right there. And then it goes to Halloween 2018, which is the newest Halloween movie. Have you seen it?
No,
It's
I've seen
actually it's pretty
the
good.
commercials.
It's pretty good. It came out in 2018. It's pretty good. Like, it's a Halloween movie, so there's nothing new that happens, but like from just a film standpoint or whatever you call it, it's pretty good. Like it looks good. There's some funny things. It's kind of scary, because it's murder, run around. It's actually pretty good. It's worth a watch.
All right, well, maybe I'll check it out.
And then so that one is its own timeline. So like just the first one and that one is the only thing that's existing. Okay.
What's the continuity with these timelines? What's the name of the universes they inhabit? The Revenge Curse cinematic universe, or
I don't know. It doesn't say. It
is it
just
just like
says continuity of the Halloween films.
continuity 1, 2, and 3? That doesn't sound good. It's got to be another way to describe that.
I'm sure there's a way, but I don't know it. So then there's this weird one. So Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is not connected to any other Halloween movie, even the first one. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is just like something is just unique about it and it's not related at all. I'm very
That
curious.
sounds like like it's not even in the Halloween universe.
That sounds like the Godzilla Kid Dreaming movie. Remember that one where the one Godzilla movie was the one without any monsters and they're all in the dream?
Vaguely. I want to let you know that.
Well, it's
It's
also
my best time.
that's fine. That's the worst Godzilla movie according to IMDb. But like there's one of them had no real monsters in it. It was just dream monsters.
That's not right. So wait, which Halloween is this again?
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, 1982. It's not connected to any other Halloween movie. I'm curious to see what's up with that one.
Blair Witch sequel, where it's like it's Halloween adjacent.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it says witch, so maybe it's something completely different. And then you have the two Rob Zombie Halloween. So you got Halloween 2007 and Halloween 2 2009. And those two are not connected to anything else besides himself because I think that one's like a what's called origin story, and then like the second one. I don't know.
So it's a remake of Halloween 1, and it's a sequel to the remake.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or a reboot. Does it have like him killing his sister?
I don't know. I don't recall. We're gonna find out.
All right, I guess we're gonna find out. All right, do these share any directors? Did John Carpenter do the first one?
Yeah.
And...
So Halloween, the first one, director John Carpenter. Then Halloween 2. Yeah. John Carpenter did a lot of good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Then Halloween 2 was Rick Rosenthal, somebody else. And then Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is Tommy Lee Wallace. And then Halloween 4 is Dwight Little. Halloween 5 is Dominic Othen Gerard. And then Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers is Joe Chappelle. And then Halloween H20 is Steve Miner. Ooh, and then Halloween Resurrection is Rick Rosenthal again. So the same guy that directed the second one.
He's back.
He directs the one after H20. And he didn't even direct H20. That's confusing. Okay, and then you have Rob Zombie that did Halloween 2, 2007, 2009. And then you have David Gordon Green who directed the newest Halloween 2018. And it actually says there's going to be 2 more by the same director, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, scheduled for 2021 and 2022.
It's probably gonna go Netflix or something.
Dude, Danny McBride is a screenwriter for the newest Halloweens.
That's my boy.
Dude, what? That's crazy.
He's just cashing in on that free money. He's gonna go in there and he calls Michael a slut. You know,
I don't know.
Big bald-headed slut.
That's funny because there's nothing in the newest Halloween I would say would be Danny McBride type material. I don't know.
Well, I guess you can't put baby in a car.
Yeah, I guess.
He's just too good. After he played the cowboy in Prometheus, or whatever.
Oh,
whichever Prometheus, whatever.
Yeah, he was the Tennessee dude or something.
Yeah, you mean what I know.
Yeah. Okay, so Halloween by John Carpenter, 1978. Let's go over the IMDb rating. So 7.8 out of 10. So this movie, pretty high rating.
It's a classic. You can't deny the cultural significance to this movie.
Yeah. So on Halloween, 1963, the small fictional town of Haddington, Illinois, 6-year-old Michael Myers inexplicably stabs his older sister Judith to death with a kitchen knife in her home and is incarcerated at Smith's Grove Sanitarium. 15 years later, on Halloween in 1978, Michael's psychiatrist Dr. Loomis and his colleague Marion Chambers arrive at the sanitarium to escort Michael to court. Michael escapes by stealing their car and returns to Haddonfield, killing a mechanic for his coveralls, as well as stealing a white mask and knives from a local hardware store. The next day on Halloween, when high school student Laurie Strode drops off a key at the Myers home so her father can sell it. Oh, at the Myers home. So she's dropping
He stabbed his sister.
Oh, okay. Yeah, at the Myers. Okay. Michael's
the haunted house.
Yeah.
That's hard to sell because somebody died in it.
Yeah. Okay, so this whole thing, she's like the neighbor. Okay, Halloween, 1978, the first movie. IMDb rating, 7.8. So that's good. Halloween, 1978, the original Halloween 1978 movie. Okay.
Holy moly, that's like a perfect score.
It's a pretty good score. It's up there. It really is. But this movie is a classic, so it makes sense.
It's American standard.
The film opens up in 1963 and provides the first glimpse of a young Michael Myers when he stabs his older sister Judith to death on Halloween night. Michael's hospitalization at Warren County Smith's Grove Sanitarium following the attack. 15 years later, on October 30th, 1978, Michael is on his way to be escorted to court when he steals Dr. Loomis's car to escape back to his hometown.
How does he know how to drive?
Haddonfield. Oh, yeah. How does he know how to drive?
We watched lots of television in the sanitarium. He's like,
that's weird.
Baby.
That is weird. Huh. I mean, I'm sure he didn't drive very well. I'm sure he ran over a couple people.
I'm sure he would have gotten pulled over immediately.
Yeah.
Like, this man has blown through 70 stop signs.
He's ran over 6 people like he's aiming for them.
Yeah, for real. Bonus points.
Once there, Michael murders a mechanic to get his classic workman's uniform and also acquires his now iconic mask and knife from a hardware store. The following night is when Michael begins his killing spree and develops his obsession with Laurie Strode. The first Halloween film concludes with Loomis saving Laurie by shooting Michael 6 times and knocking him off the balcony. Yet his body is missing when they go to examine it.
Of course.
End of Halloween 1.
Genre defining. Hold on, wait. What? This is all the whenever he gets shot off the balcony and he's gone.
Yeah.
That's like all the things from like Scream where the guy was like warning, you know, he's like, never check the pulse of the body because he'll always reach up and choke you, but always shoot twice, you know, and the killer's never always dead, you know, like it's a comeback. Like,
right, he did do that, and he was alive again.
This is a genre defining movie, so like this is where a lot of the stereotypes came from.
Man, you're absolutely right, because they even talked about that in Scream.
And like Laurie totally
forgot about that.
oh my God, a killer. And like she runs upstairs immediately, you know, like never run upstairs. What are you doing? Go hide in the closet and he like busts in the
Oh
closet. The
man.
closet scene's the best fucking part of the whole movie. She like stabs him in the eye with like a clothes hanger or something. Crazy. That's probably like the defining part of that whole movie is that fucking that closet scene when he busts through that closet when she's hiding in there. My it's such
Mm,
a scene, but trust me,
yeah.
it's a thrilling escapade.
Yeah, I remember it, and I need to rewatch it
Did
though.
you ever hear what the mask was?
Yeah, I heard it was
The
freaking
Shat.
Star Trek guy, William
You
Shatner.
know,
That's
just
right. He
like
like painted
matte
white or
paint,
something.
like spray painted a William Shatner mask. No, it's like it was
That's pretty
absolutely
funny.
terrifying. You know, like that's any rubber mask of anybody is terrifying. You know,
It really is. It really is
I know a
very
friend
scary.
who's like notorious for like pulling out like the Hillary Clinton rubber mask and he'll like terrorize people with it. Like, I'm like, you don't even know how dark and scary that is. Yeah, he's like,
He
hasn't
just
she?
has one. It's like so Halloween 2, 1981. IMDb rating 6.5. So a little bit worse. Okay. The
Do
sequel
we
picks huh?
do we still have Homegirl in this one?
um
What's her
um
Judy
Jamie
Foster?
Lee Curtis.
JD
Yes.
she in the sequel?
Yep, she is the star of this movie also.
Oh, thank
And
God.
this is directed by Rick Rosenthal, but it's produced and written by John Carpenter. Huh. Okay, so he's still involved. So,
For now.
okay. So, the sequel picks up immediately after the events of the first film, even though it was produced 3 years later. Laurie is hospitalized following her attack, and Michael follows her over the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital and carries out a murderous rampage on everyone that tries to keep him away from Laurie. Okay, so he's chasing he's chasing the girl down. Okay.
So we're having a hospital murder spree or something.
Yeah, he's just killing people in a hospital trying to get to Laurie. He was injured like in the first film.
So was this the day after Halloween or something? Or is it
Um,
still the original Halloween?
I guess technically it'd be the same exact Halloween, just super late at night.
Damn, dog. You know, this the night that never ends. Goes on and on, my friend. All right. Let's see what happens.
This is the film that Laurie is Michael's younger sister who was given up for an infant. Oh boy. So
So
we
when
already
she
have
was selling the
soap
house,
opera.
she wasn't just like a landowner. She was legitimately part of the family. Holy crap.
Wow. Wow. Not only is this familial connection provided, but the film adds in some more supernatural lore. Michael is driven to kill his younger sister in order to fulfill the curse of Sam Hain. The film concludes with the threat of Michael Myers supposedly over when an explosion that Dr. Loomis causes consumes both himself and Michael.
This is amazing.
Okay, so wow. So he's like he's killing her to fulfill a curse of Sam Hain.
Dr. Loomis is Mr. Myers' psychologist.
Doctor. Yes. And he supposedly kills Michael and himself.
So this is like a really strict divergence point because pretty sure in the next movie, Dr. Loomis comes back perfectly fine. He's like, man, we got to go get Michael Myers. Like,
Wait, in
like,
this movie? Oh, in the next one, Halloween 3
like
Season of
the
the
next
Witch?
one or the one after that. Like, he shows up like perfectly fine. Like, they don't mention any explosions. It's completely written away. They're like, we need to get that sexy Dr. Loomis action. You know?
What? Okay, well, let's find out. Next up is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Came out in 1982. Directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. Written by Tommy Lee Wallace. Produced by John Carpenter. Okay. So he's a producer now, but he did not write it or direct it.
It's
This
getting
movie.
further and further away from the spotlight. Like, all the way
Yeah,
back.
he's
Like,
barely in it.
like opening score by John Carpenter, and that's it. All right,
John
I can dig.
Carpenter watched this before releasing it, and that's
He has a small cameo of Sneezing Man in the background
it.
of Hardware Store.
Okay, so the IMDb rating is 4.9.
Oh,
So it's pretty bad now.
oh, Dr. Loomis comes right in.
Or maybe
Retconning
he's
everything.
not in it at all, and that's why it's so bad. They need that Loomis action.
We need that loom factor.
The Loom.
The
Okay.
factor.
So Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. At this point, it was John Carpenter's intention to end the Michael Myers portion of Halloween and turn the series into an anthology where each film would tell a different horror story set on Halloween night. Okay, wow. Well, that was a left field turn. Way what?
So he's making a trilogy, and then he's planning on turning it into a American Horror Story type of deal.
Yeah,
based
yeah,
on
that's
Halloween.
exactly.
Wow, he was kind of in his own little world, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then it didn't take off, so now it's just like a weird thing, I guess.
We need the shat mask. We need that sweet shat. If it ain't got the shat, we don't want it.
Oh, man. 1982's Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is the first and only step in this direction. The film looks at an evil novelty company that uses the magic of Stonehenge to weaponize Halloween masks against children.
Weaponized Stonehenge with the Druids.
Weaponized Stonehenge.
The Dryads are going to be pissed about this.
It also featured the most spectacular jingle from hell you've ever endured.
Jingle from Hell.
I'm curious.
I'm gonna have to listen to the Jingle from Hell.
Yeah, can you? Song. It's the Shamrock commercial song.
Halloween 3 Shamrock commercial song.
When fans weren't responsive to this change to the series, Carpenter's anthology plan was scrapped, and Michael would be back in full force in the following entry. However, when Jamie Lee Curtis declined to return to the series, Halloween had to set up a new target for Michael, which leads into the Jamie Lloyd saga of the next 3 films. We wrote more about... cancel that last sentence.
Jamie Lloyd.
Yeah, I don't...
Jamie Lloyd Curtis.
That's what it said, Jamie Lloyd Curtis.
No.
Which leads into the Jamie Lloyd saga. Is that a mistake in the article? When Jamie Lee Curtis declined, Jamie Lloyd saga. So maybe the actress is Jamie Lloyd?
I think they were just trying to get as close as possible to like stealing Jamie Lee Curtis's identity.
Oh.
Jamie Lloyd Curtis.
Oh no,
That's
Jamie
pretty sad.
Lloyd is the new
Character.
character. So Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, October 1988. Yeah, Jamie Lloyd. That's so weird. Jamie Lloyd is a character who is the daughter of Laurie Strode, which is the main chick.
Damn.
So that, that's something kind of interesting.
Now it's a generation curse.
Yeah.
Michael's coming for her legacy.
So Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, 1988. IMDb rating 5.9.
Wait. 4? What happened to the demon jingle?
3 is Season of the Witch.
Yeah, what? Bro, did you even talk about it or?
Yeah.
You didn't talk about it? We just made a bunch of silly demon jingle jokes and.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
We did say a one word about it besides demon jingle. All right, next one.
Okay, you're right. Hang on. Okay. So I need to back up. So this is the plot of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. On October 23rd, in Northern California, shop owner Harry Grimbridge III is chased along a barren road by mysterious men in suits. He makes it to a gas station, clutching a jack-o'-lantern mask. He is driven to the hospital by station attendant Walter Jones. At the hospital, Harry is placed in the care of Dr. Dan Chalice, an alcoholic doctor struggling with the relationship between him and his ex-wife, as well as his children. That night, another man in a suit enters Harry's hospital room, murders him, then immolates himself.
Sets himself on fire.
Self-immolation, the act of killing oneself, particularly by burning. Okay, I did not know the definition of that.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's a warlock spell.
Oh.
In World of Warcraft.
A few days later, Dan is confronted in a bar by Harry's daughter Ellie. He tells her about the strange events of the night Harry died and shows her the mask her father was holding when he was admitted to the hospital. Okay, but it's not the mask. It's a pumpkin mask, or it's a jack-o'-lantern mask. He tells her about
that was the first Michael Myers mask.
What?
He killed his sister.
No, this has nothing to do with Michael Myers.
Oh, okay. Because it was a clown mask. So, wondering what the hell's going on.
Clown mask? Oh, you're talking about the Rob Zombie one.
No. Well, that one took the lore from the first one.
Oh, okay.
Before he had the Shat mask all over his face, he had a clown mask.
Oh, okay. Along with Ellie, Dan traces the mask back to Silver Shamrock Novelties, a company based in the town of Santa Myra, California. The motel manager explains that Connell Cochran and his company Silver Shamrock Novelties, which produces wildly popular latex jack-o'-lantern witch and skeleton masks for Halloween, are responsible for the town's prosperity. Okay, so there's a company. There's a Gremlins 2 company who's making some stuff. These masks. Gutman finds a microchip on the back of a Silver Shamrock button and is electrocuted by its laser beam after poking it with a hairpin. Okay.
High technology. All right.
Dan and Ellie learn of Gutman's accident, and Dan attempts to help, but is forced away by a group of men dressed in lab coats, who drive away in a Silver Shamrock van with Marge's body. Ugh. Cochran arrives and tells everyone not to worry. The next morning, Dan and Ellie tour the factory with the Kupfers and discover Harry's car there, guarded by more men dressed in suits. They return to the motel but cannot contact anyone outside the town. While Dan attempts to phone the authorities, Ellie mysteriously disappears and Dan is captured by the men in suits who are revealed to be androids created by Cochran.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay, so now we got androids in the Halloween universe. Well, perhaps not really. Cochran reveals his plan to sacrifice the children wearing his mask on Halloween. Wow, okay, what? So he plans on sacrificing a bunch of kids on Halloween.
Sounds like some witchcraft.
Thus bringing about a resurrection of the ancient age of witchcraft. Oh, there you
go. Context clues are good.
For Silver Shamrock's big giveaway, which will air at 9:00 p.m. on the all television channels following the Horror-a-thon.
Holy shit, bro. This is like fucking They Live, dude.
Oh, it is.
This is like literally like a fucking like a side story to They Live.
Oh, yeah, because they had the TV channel.
It's a They Live remake.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy is sending out brainwaves through a TV station, and it makes them die.
What a nice guy.
Dan destroys the television and removes a mask and escapes through a ventilation shaft and rescues Ellie. He dumps the chips from the overhead rafters and activates their signal with the commercial, killing Cochran's. While Cochran is vaporized by the Stonehenge rune he was using to create his mask and destroying the computer chips along with the entire Shamrock factory. Okay. As the two drive away, Ellie attacks Dan, revealing herself to be an android duplicate and that Cochran's henchman presumably killed her. Aw. Dan crashes the vehicle, but decapitates the android with a tire iron. On foot, Dan arrives at Walter's gas station, where he contacts the television stations and attempts to convince all the station managers to remove the commercial. At the same moment, A group of trick-or-treaters wearing silver shamrock masks arrive at the station to participate in the big giveaway on Walter's television. Dan persuades the stations to take it off the channels 1 and 2, but on channel 3, the commercial keeps on playing. Dan desperately screams on the phone for the final station to turn off the commercial. His fate is unknown. End of movie. So, Halloween 3, that movie, androids, I don't know about that.
Is John Carpenter involved with this at all?
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Yes, he was a producer, and that's it.
So is this the start of his random anthology?
Yeah, that was the start and the end.
Was this before They Live? Because I feel like...
Well, this movie came out in 1982, and They Live came out in 1988.
Wow.
Wait a minute. They Live is by John Carpenter.
Yeah, we covered that a number of times.
Oh, yeah. So he took that idea and kept going with it.
Yeah, I borrowed some elements.
Right. Okay, cool. So
John
next
Carpenter
up is
does it again.
The old carp.
Carp dog. Carpet diem.
Carpet.
Wow, great nickname.
All right, Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. So this is literally the return of Michael Myers, where they're like, "Hey, he's back."
Forget that alien robot bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the formula. Bring the Shat mask.
Can we get extra Shatner mask over here?
Can we get a double Shat mask?
That sounds nasty. Okay, I don't see... John Carpenter's name is not on this movie at all.
I knew it. So we are done with the legacy of the carp.
It appears so. The magic carp is gone.
The year of the carp is over.
The magic carpet ride is done.
He won't show you the movie.
Okay, this movie got a 5.9 IMDb rating.
Wow. Slightly better than Robots.
Slightly better than a horrible movie, yes. So, the first soft reboot of the franchise has to suspend a little disbelief so that both Michael and Loomis survive their fiery deaths at the end of Halloween 2. So this is the one where this is the first soft reboot of the franchise and has suspended a little disbelief because both Michael and Loomis survive their fiery deaths at the end of Halloween 2. Now, despite being visibly turned into a blind slab of barbecue, Michael has a few scars and is doing fine, awakening 10 years after the fact from a coma. He's in the process of being transferred back to Smith's Grove Sanitarium, but upon hearing that not only has Laurie Strode died in a car accident, but she has also left behind an 8-year-old daughter, Jamie Lloyd, which is his niece.
Am I supposed to believe that the explosion simultaneously did and didn't happen?
No, the explosion did happen, but both Michael and Loomis survived.
Them both get engulfed in flames. They both survive without... Well, Loomis for sure survives without a single scar on his body.
I suppose so.
And then
10 years go by. Jamie Lee Curtis doesn't want to do the movie, so she dies in a car accident and then has an 8-year-old daughter. Yep, called Jamie Lloyd, which in this universe is technically Michael's niece because Jamie Lee Curtis was supposed to be his cousin or something.
No, she's a sister.
That's right, sister.
He's coming to try to kill the second sister.
That's right.
I think he had like some sort of like a pervy thing going on. I think he was like checking his older sister out with, she's like in her panties or something.
Ew.
Something weird was going on. So he killed her because he got caught.
Like peeking through the closet or something. That's right.
Yeah, she's like, "What are you doing, you creep?" And then he's like, "Don't call me a creep," you know.
Yeah, stab. Stop me, Shmee.
maybe he's trying to look at them Lori panties. Name Dane.
Ew.
Hey man, this is what'd you say? Illinois?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really known for incest, so never mind.
Yeah, so what? It's cold, super cold up there.
Yeah, all the better to see his sister's nipples. I don't know. All right, sorry, back on track.
The shape awakens and does the whole murder and escape thing. He returns to Haddixfield to track down wee little Jamie, her older foster sister Rachel, as well as back in action Dr. Loomis, who is hot on the trail.
Loom dog back at it again.
No. Since mere bullets and fire aren't enough, Loomis takes out Michael this time by shooting him up with a shotgun and knocking him down a mine shaft. The film attempts a shocking final visual that sees Jamie in a similar clown costume to the one Michael wore back in the prologue to the original film. Jamie goes on to attack her foster mother with a knife, and with Michael now out of the picture, it looked like Jamie would become the killer in the following entry as the evil passes on. Dr. Loomis even attempts to shoot her before he is thwarted by the police and Jamie's foster father. Ooh. So Michael.
So it turns out Loomis is the bad guy.
No.
Or is he?
No. The Jamie girl, like the evil passed on from Michael to Jamie, then suddenly Jamie starts trying to kill people.
What?
Yeah. Like
a spirit? She's possessed by the evil spirit of Michael.
Yeah, like so Michael gets shot by a shotgun, then he falls, then he gets kicked down a mine shaft. Then Jamie puts on a similar clown costume that Michael wore in the first movie. And then she starts trying to kill her foster mother with a knife. And then she tries to kill like Loomis and whatnot. And Loomis shoots and tries to shoot her, but then he is thwarted by the police and Jamie's father.
Oh yes, high art here. This is fine writing. Like the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. Just it's in there with it, yeah.
If you strike me down, I'll be more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Dude, that was a good what's the guy's name? Impression of old guy.
Fucking
Palpatine.
Pretty sure that was an Obi-Wan quote, but I said it with a Palpatine voice. You know, because Palpatine literally says that same type of spiel to Rey.
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, so
that's funny. Next up, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, 1989. John Carpenter is not involved in this movie whatsoever. It's directed by Dominique Othen-Gerard. Has an IMDb.
Known for?
Other movies.
It's clearly a French director, so. French movies?
Nothing that I can see that's popular. He's a Swiss French director. I don't see anything too. It looks like Halloween 5 is his most noted thing. Okay.
Well, first and last blockbuster.
Yeah. So IMDb rating 5.2. So didn't do good. And this is chronologically, sorry, not chronologically. This is a storyline right after the next one, Halloween 4. Okay, the next movie abandons that plan for more of Michael. So they didn't end up going with the Jamie murder thing.
So they retconned 4.
Yes,
they're like,
just went straight
Michael's
back
alive. Loomis is for sure alive. Again, me that sweet Shat Loom dog action.
Okay, then Jamie has been in a children's mental health clinic for months after her outburst at the end of Halloween 4. She's also completely normal despite her episode. Okay. Michael has also taken a year to nurse himself back to health and survived the onslaught of an attack he received. So he's alive. Everybody's alive.
He's on the run?
It appears so, because he fell down the mine shaft. So he took a year to just recover.
Oh, exactly 365 days to Halloween. He's like, this is, do you smell pumpkin spice in the air? I'm feeling a lot better.
Oh, man, don't even get me started. Love pumpkin spice.
All right, let's get some of that Loom Shat action going.
The film establishes some sort of psychic connection between Michael and Jamie, and it allows him to once again track her down. Rachel meets her unfortunate end, but Loomis is successful in capturing Michael.
Did I hear something about a psychic connection.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The
Who?
film establishes some sort of psychic connection between Michael and Jamie.
Okay, she's still 8 years old at this point.
She is 9. Well, she should be 9.
8 plus 1. All right, I see your logic here. All right,
But she should be 9, but who knows?
at least 8.5. Minimum.
Halloween 5 boldly goes out on a legitimate cliffhanger to set up the final film in this new trilogy. An obscure Man in Black cult figure breaks Michael out of prison and implies that he's a part of something bigger, something the filmmakers clearly had no idea how to explain when they shot it.
Who's coming out of prison? What?
So there's a cult called the Men in Black, or sorry.
Here's Colt called Man in Black.
Actually, yeah, it is called Man in Black. And they broke Michael out of prison because he's a part of something bigger.
He's part of some Cthulhu Lovecraftian apotheosis.
Yes, something like that.
All right.
Okay, next up is Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, September 1995. Hey, so we're live at this point.
The third movie in the sequel trilogy.
Yes.
Okay.
This is directed by Joe Chappelle, and John Carpenter's name is nowhere to be seen.
We're long out of the carp dogs territory. We're floating in the sea of black morose.
He gone. Right. The movie rating is 4.9, the lowest rating so far, right?
4.9?
Yes.
4. I'm pretty sure the third one got 3.5 stars or something like that, right?
Who was it? Let me look. The third one, 4.9.
Wow. All right.
So it's tied. Okay. Paul Rudd is in this movie.
What is this, 6 or 7?
This is technically 6. This is 6, and it's still in the same. I mean, I keep trying to say universe. What is it called? Continuity. There you go. So this is the 6th one.
I think Paul Rudd gets like stabbed in an embarrassing place, like his butthole or dick or something.
Probably. He's not famous yet.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing an interview like, were you in a Halloween movie? He's like, nope. And he like completely denies it. He's like, yeah, I was the guy who threw up on his lap and then choked on it and died on the toilet.
Oh no.
Shooting heroin into my balls. Like, it was like a really embarrassing death.
Oh no. Okay, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, 1995. This belated follow-up really goes all in with a supernatural mythology and attempts to explore the source of Michael's evil. The Curse of Michael Myers tries to push a firm explanation for both Michael's motives and his supernatural strength that most fans think is wholly unnecessary. Apparently, Michael has been chosen as a conduit by the Rune of Thorn cult. So it's a cult called the Rune of Thorn to be the serial killer juggernaut that he is. Okay. So this movie is expanding on the cult, reason why he's murdering, blah, blah, blah. This curse indicates that Michael becomes the cult's vessel and is forced to murder his entire family as some kind of sacrifice for the protection of mankind. The cult of Thorn are all chosen people. They're literally branded, who risk everything to protect their vessels so that he can complete their goal. This is all fairly silly and also contradicts the Samhain curse from Halloween 2, but largely becomes the focus of the film. Okay, so you're still
Samhain curse.
Yeah, in Halloween 2, they hinted at the very end that Michael Myers might be cursed, and that's why he is doing this.
It's a psychological. Wait, and 2? What? Man.
Yes, in Halloween 2.
They were really quick to like abandon all like psychological responsibilities to the script that they wrote.
Yeah, they just kind of pick something and go, he's cursed.
He apparently can survive a eyeball stabbing due to curse. Curse witch powers. Witches and curses.
Mm-hmm.
Stonehenge. Do we mention curses?
Androids? Can we get some robots in here?
Oh my god, John. John, focus up.
Get your
Stop
shit
playing on the
straight.
piano. Focus. Stop playing drums on the piano
Quit
for
twirling
2
that
seconds.
umbrella around. Come on. Sit down for one.
Singing in the rain. Okay.
The Curse of Michael Myers picks up 6 years after the prior film and reveals that the Cult of Thorn, the same individuals who rescue Michael from jail, also kidnapped Jamie Lloyd in order to help fulfill their prophecy. The cult uses Michael to impregnate Jamie, and after she gives birth to Michael's son.
What, is she
Ugh.
9 now? Was she
Ugh.
10?
No, this is 6 years after, so she was 9 plus 6. So that would be 15. Oh boy.
Full on with the incest shit right now.
It appears so because she is technically the daughter of his sister.
Niece. That is a niece.
Yes.
That's a niece if
Ugh.
I've ever seen it.
Well,
So he's like full hillbilly redneck, Illinois sister fucker. All right.
yeah.
Wow, they really did a great job fleshing this character out.
Curiously, a grown-up Tommy Doyle, the boy that Laurie babysits in the original Halloween, finds the child and opts to protect it from Michael. Okay. So Tommy Doyle finds the child and protects it from Michael. Okay. Tommy Doyle.
It's kind of like Jason with like Tommy Jarvis coming back every movie.
Yeah. Huh. So Tommy Doyle is played by Paul Rudd.
What?
Yeah.
What? So how is he going to inject heroin into his balls when he's the main character?
I don't know. I'm waiting. When does that happen?
I promise he has a very embarrassing something happens. Or maybe I'm misremembering.
We're going to find out. The Curse of Michael Myers go out on another cliffhanger as Tommy heavily sedates Michael with tranquilizers. And Loomis is branded as Michael's new guardian in the Cult of Thorn. As interesting of a direction as this would have been, Donald Pleasant's death effectively ended those plans, and this more or less ends the first full Halloween timeline in 1995, where it is implied Michael finally kills Dr. Loomis off. And
Donald Pleasance is the actor that plays Loomis?
Yes, it is.
Rip.
So now, okay, and that's the end of the Curse of Michael Myers, and it's the end of the first timeline. But now I want to see how Paul Rudd dies.
There's like an interview with The Hangover or some fucking bullshit, man. But
yeah,
they did ask him, like, oh, I see you were in a scary movie, Halloween. He's like vehemently trying to dodge the question. He's like, I'm sorry, guys. I was a different person back then. Apparently, it was quite traumatizing for him. But you gotta get your foot in the door. It's the beers.
I'm not seeing like his death. I don't know how
he doesn't
got
die.
killed.
I guess we fucking sedated him, so maybe he got away. Maybe his acting was bad and he was ashamed of it. I don't know.
No, he lives. Yeah, Paul Rudd's character lives.
Well, then I must be mistaken.
I'm sure there's something weird up with it.
I could be wrong.
So next up is Halloween H20, which on the timeline takes place after Halloween 2. Okay.
Michael breaks out of an insane asylum.
Well, it's Halloween H20, 20 years later. It came out in 1998. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think you're going to be surprised.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Adam Arkin, Michelle Williams, Adam Bird, Jodie Lynn O'Keefe, Janet Leigh, Josh Hardent, LL Cool J, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Whoa, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it. That's pretty cool. LL Cool J's in it. Wow. That's some interesting people.
LL Cool J was hot as fuck like around this time period. This is the Deep Blue Sea genre where he's this and the Deep Blue Sea and he's blowing up. He's like, I'm the new Ice Cube. Like, where's my Friday? You know?
Yeah.
He's waiting for his Friday. Never came.
Well,
damn, you got knocked the fuck out.
All right, Halloween H20, 1998. This is the first major reboot. Um, this takes place 20 years after the conclusion of Halloween 2, choosing to ignore the Jamie Lloyd material.
Yeah.
So Laurie has faked her death and changed her name to Carrie Tate so as to elude Michael for all these years. Okay, so in this timeline, the main girl faked her death and never actually died. Okay.
That brings up an interesting question. Is Michael running around like being like a double agent without the mask on, like looking for Laurie?
Ooh,
Is
that's
he like
very
out there like
likely.
fucking fixing cars and stuff?
He's just mowing her lawn and stuff.
Like a mailman or something, where he's like, "Oh, yeah, I got a package for Laurie Strode. Just need to deliver it.
Is she home?
Anybody know where I can find her?"
You have
You
those
know,
launch codes?
exactly, exactly. He's like piloting Predator drones for Barack Obama. Who knows?
Michael, in turn, uses Laurie's son, John, to get his true target. The film's big finish centers on the reunion between these extremely dysfunctional siblings. Halloween H20 has an incredibly cathartic conclusion as Laurie derails a conventional ending and injured Michael, escaping via the ambulance he's being driven away in.
So
So
she's pretending to be the EMS, and she's like, "Surprise, motherfucker!" Like she's like
yeah,
passing the back of the ambulance,
yeah.
like sawing his toes off and shit.
Ugh, I suppose.
No, she doesn't, but she should have.
Ugh.
Like, strap him down. Now cut his arms and legs off. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
She does this by literally driving Michael off the road and then decapitates her brother as he attempts to guilt her.
How? He doesn't talk ever.
Wow.
He's
What?
never talked before. How did he guilt her? Like the
No. Her brother.
brother.
Oh, Laurie's brother is Michael.
Like, who the fuck is Laurie's brother? Garrett.
Right.
He's a very
Guilt?
important character.
Guilt. Wait, he's talking trash to her or something?
I think there's like side eye, like looking at her with a cold dead fish eye, like a fucking like an animal or something, where you're like just feel bad, like I'm about to shoot this injured horse, like maybe I should,
Oh,
like it was kind of
man.
one of those, like I could see the human eyes behind the murderous. Cut his fucking head off, you dummy.
Yeah.
I think I think the remake of the of the movie where she's like fucking like Sarah Connor, like I've been training 70 years for this day, motherfucker. Like it's the best fucking possible way. Like then she like starts to feel bad. Like no, she's been literally sharpening her katana for decades. Like I think she wake up every morning, pisses excellence, and shits revenge.
Yeah.
Because you got to do both when you wake up in the morning. It's the only way.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's the only way.
That's funny. That's the end of the movie. Is she decapitates Michael,
And then
that's
2 years later, there's another movie.
Yep. So next up is Halloween Resurrection. Came out 2002, and that one is in the same continuity as H20.
No, with decapitated headless horseman Michael.
Is it?
Man, what's the cast? I think you're also going to be surprised.
So IMDb is 4. So now
This is the lowest possible one.
this. Wait a minute. Is it 4? Yep, it's 4 out of 10. This is the lowest one so far. The cast is Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, there we go.
Busta Rhymes.
Busta.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Tyra Banks is in it.
Beautiful woman.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Huh. Okay. Halloween Resurrection 2002.
This is the one that I was talking about earlier with the MTV spin.
Okay. Jamie Lee Curtis was Halloween Resurrection's opening scene undoes all of the goodwill that the previous film earned. A distraught, frightened Laurie is murdered by Michael after spending 3 years in a mental institution. It's an awful end to such a powerful character. Okay.
Lori's dead. Okay, intro. Got it.
Michael also survives his decapitation from age 20.
So it's a retcon. All right.
Yeah. Apparently, Michael put his mask on an ambulance driver and switches places with him. So Lori actually decapitated an innocent man, and her evil brother got away free. Okay.
That motherfucker's smart as hell. Look, nobody even knows what the fuck his face looks like anymore. He's probably like a pretty motherfucker too. Since they retconned all of his fucking face stabbings, you know, like
Yeah.
he should be like missing like both of his eyes, and he should be burnt the fuck up. But I bet he's a little pretty boy, you know, since he's literally at this point canonically hasn't taken any damage.
So Halloween Resurrection sees a bunch of teenagers set up an internet reality show in Michael's childhood home in Haddingtonfield. This is what you're talking about, the MTV thing. Michael doesn't appreciate the publicity, but Busta Rhymes electrocutes Michael to death before the film's over. With that disastrous ending, the timeline's conclusion sees Busta Rhymes reality show producer champion over Michael Myers. The end.
He says some really corny ass shit. Like when he's shocking him, he's like, it's unfucking real. The Busta Rhymes performance.
I believe it.
Definitely worth a watch. I've watched it several times. I found it thrilling for the first one and hilarious for the sequential watches. Listen, I had cable, so when a movie was playing, that motherfucker played all week long. You know?
Yeah. I did not see this one. Okay. Next up is Halloween from Rob Zombie, 2007.
Dragula.
Okay, 6.1 out of 10. Okay.
6 point what?
6.1.
Damn.
Halloween, 2007. Rob Zombie. Michael Myers stalks his sister, Laurie Strode, with Dr. Loomis on the hunt to stop him. While the larger story beats are the same, Zombie digs much deeper into Michael's broken childhood, his relationship with his mother, and the rough life that he had that helped him turn into the Shape.
The Shape, that's fucking Dead by Daylight.
What are you what is the Shape? Because I keep seeing that.
Because he's like a fucking chameleon. He can take his mask off and be anybody.
Oh, okay. That's
what he's called in Dead by Daylight. He's called the Shape.
Oh, okay. That's what he's called. He is called the Shape. Huh. That's interesting.
Well, have you looked up what the fuck that means? Is it they're not applicable?
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. It's just what Michael Myers is just referred to as the Shape.
Why? Just know why?
Because of how he... Okay, hold up. Basically, Michael is named the Shape because of the mask he wears and how he moved around in the dark. At the end of the credits of Halloween 1978, you will see towards the first end credits, Michael was credited by John Carpenter. Okay. So in the credits, he was called Michael, but they call him the Shape for some sort of cult reason, like the same reason they would call, I don't know.
I literally think that Halloween is the origin of Dead by Daylight, because you're talking about that cult where it's like a death cult, like worshiping serial killers, and that's like literally like kind of what's going on Dead by Daylight. Like there's some like alternate universe where there's like a Cthulhu spider monster, like from It, you know, like everything floats down here, you know, like there's like some abstract spider monster that or like they're sacrificing these survivors to, like.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it played where it's like the spider monsters come from the ceiling and they like hang the people on hooks or something.
Yeah. But like the hooks are just like an illusion. Like it's like actually like the more you hook them, like the more you see it's like it's not even a hook, it's just like a fucking spider tendril, you know? Like the illusion starts breaking down and it's like perpetually like sacrificing these survivors' souls to feed this entity.
Oh, so it's kind of like what's that movie where they kill the people to the Cabin in the Woods movie?
I haven't seen that, but yeah.
Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
Do you know what it's about?
But I'm aware of the
Yeesh.
story beats.
You got to watch it.
I'll try.
Okay.
No.
More of a character study for its first half, Halloween attempts to find the man and psychology behind the boogeyman, turning him into a more realistic serial killer whose attacks are truly gruesome. Okay. So next up is Halloween 2, 2009, Rob Zombie. Halloween 2 is set 1 year later, goes into its own bizarre direction, with Michael finally speaking for the first time as an adult. He says the words, "Die," to Loomis. And with Laurie then stabbing Michael to death and being sent to a mental institution, perhaps to continue the cycle. Like the end of Halloween 4, it is hinted she's inherited her relative's madness, especially since Michael killed her best friend over 2 movies.
Well, like tortured slowly,
Probably just stabbed with a knife, I'd assume.
killed over 2. That's a interesting way to word something.
Even though a sequel is planned, Zombie's direction for the series was abandoned until David Gordon Green's vision could finally come to fruition nearly a decade later, and 40 years after the release of the original film. Okay, cool. So that's it for Rob Zombie. And those two are on their own continuity, okay?
The Zombo universe.
The Zombo universe. That's right. Okay, and then the last one we got is the movie Halloween. Came out 2018. It's a 6.5 rating. That's weird. I would rate it much higher. I think it's one of my favorite Halloween movies. It's actually pretty decent.
Is it?
Yeah.
How many Halloween movies have you watched?
I've seen probably 5. I've seen the first one, the second one, parts of the third one. I think I've seen parts of H20. And then I've seen
H20 number 8 or
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7.
what the fuck, dude?
And then the Rob Zombies are 8 and 9. And then the 10th
I specifically remember 8 being a weird movie.
6.
Friday the 13th.
No, 8 is Halloween Resurrection, and that is the weird one.
But that's a Rob Zombie movie.
No, it's the sequel to H20.
With Paul Rudd?
Yes.
Wait, no. The one with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, Busta Rhymes is the sequel to H20.
Well, that was my favorite one because that Busta Rhymes. Pimp My Ride was a big deal around that time period.
Oh, he's the guy that did Pimp My Ride?
He's the Pimp Your Ride guy.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I want LED screens on the back of my mud flaps.
Everybody had to pay for that. They had to pay for all this. He sent their ass a bill when he was done.
I heard that they all lost the cars because they couldn't afford them.
Yeah, because he sent them a fucking bill.
God, that's crazy.
He's like, all right, you thought all this was free? Hell no.
Grand. You got a grill.
Exactly. Like, you just sent me a fucking bill, Buster. You a fucking Buster.
All right, so David Gordon Green's Halloween 2018. So this one, continuity is the very first Halloween movie, and then this movie. And
this is a direct sequel to the original Halloween by John Carpenter.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. David Gordon Green's Halloween is a return to form and has earned the approval of both Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter. It also very much feels like a soft reputation of Zombie's psychological profile and all the many intricacies of canon and timelines. By wiping out everything that came before it, except for the original, it returns to the basic elemental horror of Carpenter's original picture with the aim of having some fun at remembering that Michael was originally the Shape before he became Michael Myers. Okay. So essentially they're saying the Shape is more just such a non-human thing that it's just a thing that kills, and that's why they're calling it the shape. But
It's an
then,
abstract idea.
huh?
It's an abstract idea.
Yes, it's like, but then whenever you go and say, no, it's not the shape, it's Michael Myers, you're personifying the killer in the movie and then giving him a backstory and giving him all this stuff. And that is like not what Carpenter was going for, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's what the importance of calling him the shape is. And I see that now because the 2018 movie does not give you any sort of backstory or nothing like that. It's just literally there's a guy in a mask killing people.
Slasher film.
Yeah. And I like that. It's nice. It's like I don't really care about this crazy person and why he's killing people. Like it's whatever. I'd rather just see like a good shoot 'em up type movie or something like that.
Well, you ever play the Friday the 13th video game?
No, yeah, I did. I did. The one where you're literally playing as camp counselors and you
Oh,
try
have
to
you ever
kill
played as Jason?
maybe one time, but I played as a counselor most of the time, I think.
It's hard to keep up as Jason. But in the movies, Friday the 13th, he has he has some like, unexplained abilities where he's like you're like and then like show up like on the other side of camp, you know?
Yeah.
Like anytime somebody's pants drop, he shows up, you know?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
my titties are exposed, you know? Like he's there. He's already outside the window. Like that concept like applies to the shape Michael Myers, where he's like he's here, he's there, he's everywhere.
Okay. So that's it. I like that even more. That's where okay. So it's like you're not even applying the laws of physics to him because he's not a person.
Yeah, and like in the Friday the 13th video game, like he like fucking teleports, you know, like to explain, you know, his power set, you know, like the dude could crush somebody's eyeballs out of their skull like Game of Thrones style, you know, like
yeah,
squish it like a melon. You know?
That makes a ton of sense. And the game is underrated, but I mean the reason I didn't like it was because like the wait time in the lobby was ridiculous, and like it was not even fun because you would play and then you would wait in the lobby for like 30 minutes to get matched.
Yeah, because people want to play Jason, and then everyone's like, I don't want to play camp counselor. Whenever the camp counselors like literally kill each other because they're like, no, Jason, kill this fool, you know, like I've gotten myself killed by counselors more than Jason's hunting me down, you know.
I like that concept of that game because it strictly enforces the rules of the killer, like by saying, okay, if there's a counselor, like I can't even remember, but the mechanics were like if you were the killer, you could see the counselors if they were walking around with the lights on or something.
Yeah, if they were scared, like if they had a fear meter, like if they were hanging out in the dark area, they'd be like, and you like be able to hear them, you know, like freaking the fuck out.
And that gives like credence to the movies.
Yeah, and like all of Jason's like only weaknesses were like distilled in that game, like Jason's mom, the Tommy Jarvis's shotgun, and the police. You know, like those are the only three things that like Jason's
like, vulnerable against. That could kill him. That's right.
Well, there was like I want to say it's Jason like part 7 or something like that, where like it starts off with like Jason wandering out into a field and like a spotlight coming on, and there's like SWAT teams surrounding him and like AR-15s and they're like lighting his ass up, like he's just like fucking like Swiss cheese in this fool, and then like then he obviously like wakes up in the fucking morgue because he's a necrotic demon from hell. So, but yeah, that's kind of the thing that they're going for with the shape Michael Myers, and I can dig it. I can dig that.
I like that too. That's a very interesting thing.
Where you're just like, how the fuck did he get up here? You know?
Yeah.
Like hanging out on the balcony. How the fuck did he get up there? When did he pass you on the staircase? Doesn't matter. Motherfucker can climb sheer cliffs if he needed to with his bare hands to get to a convenient place to kill somebody.
So in the newest Halloween movie, Laurie had like a bunker in the bottom of her house with no way out, right? But there's like one trap door that leads in and out. And then she, at the end of the movie, traps Michael down there. and then she has like a built-in incinerator that just fills that whole room up with fire. So Michael's just standing on the stairs looking at her. It's like a basement type thing, but then it's like there's like metal bars that are stopping him from leaving, and there's fire everywhere, and he's on fire, but he's just standing there looking at her. And then all of a sudden he's gone,
Mm.
and then the movie ends. And so like that right there, whenever I saw that, I was thinking, okay, that's kind of dumb because how's he gonna get out? But now it makes more sense in the terms of the shape, where they're just like he can do that.
He's a
Non-tangible.
spiritual being. He's non-corporeal, except when the knife is coming out.
That's very okay. And so after Halloween, there's Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, but those haven't came out yet. So I'm excited for those two.
Well, I gotta see that new Laurie's like being like a hella badass.
Yeah,
Grandma.
that's the new one. Yeah.
I mean, see grandma coming out of retirement to, you know.
It really is worth watching.
Yeah, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. You know?
I think she did say that too.
That's Rorschach.
Yeah, but I think she did say something just like that.
Yeah, but it would be a severely missed opportunity if they let that one slide.
All right. Do you have anything else to say about Halloween?
Not really. Theme songs fucking carries the whole movie.
Yeah.
I remember hearing rumors that John Carpenter made the whole movie, had it like ready to go, and had none of the ambiance music that he's known for. And everyone's like, John, this is actual complete garbage. Like they're like, this people are gonna fall asleep during. It's like, look, the beginning of the damn movie is like just wandering back and forth, up and down, like going to school, like, oh, am I gonna babysit tonight? You know? Or like you add that like that. You're like, oh God, Michael's in that car. But is Michael that shadowed at the end of the road? He could be anywhere. He could in the trees. You never know. You know?
It is very iconic.
Yeah, it's definitely carries its weight. Fucking John Williams Star Wars theme, you know, it's masterwork that was just noodling on the damn keyboard. I'm like, John Carpenter knows what the fuck he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been Halloween. This is Learn the Burner. I'm Garrett.
And this is Neville.
And we'll see you later.
Peace.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.